The message for you today, keep treading water. The Father laid it on my heart to bring this message to you today because there are so many who are giving up, who think this is the end of their story, who believe the lies from the enemy that there is no hope. Keep treading water. I'm going to tell you a story that my husband told me. Crazy, amazing lesson he learned to keep treading water and not give up hope, because there could be a raft coming over the next wave. He was 18 years old in the Army. He enlisted. He got out of boot camp and through a series of events had to fly on a commercial flight to Germany. As it turns out, the plane had difficulty. There were 4 engines on it, and one by one, the engines caught on fire and died. This was back in the early 1960s. He said because of the engines burning out, they had to ditch in the middle of the North Atlantic in the middle of the night, halfway between Newfoundland and Ireland. It's an amazing story of survival. He's in the dark in the middle of the North Atlantic, 18 years old, floating with 50-foot waves up and over, up and over. He said it was the most frightening experience you could possibly imagine. And he said he could hear people screaming and crying and yelling for help. And then it would go silent, or the screams sounded further and further away. And here he was out in the middle of the North Atlantic in the dark with no hope of help. There was only one raft that survived the crash that they were able to get to and use. He said they were like 20-person rafts. And at the end of the story, there were like 51, 52 survivors. As my husband is out there treading water as he was trained in boot camp, he says to the Father, so this is how my story's gonna end. Okay. And he said he had this amazing peace wash over him. And just as he was about to give up, stop treading water and just go under, here comes a raft over that next 50-foot wave, and they came down and they grabbed him and pulled him up. It gives me chills talking about it. Try to envision that story, and no matter where you are in your life, treading water, don't give up. There could be a raft over the next wave. Dive into the Father's Word today. Everything else you have tried has not worked, has not given you hope, joy, and peace that is everlasting. Am I right? If you are at the end of your rope and you're ready to give up and stop treading water, give this a shot. Give God the opportunity to throw you a life preserver, to bring a raft over that next wave and save you. This is not the end of your story. God has a purpose and a plan for you. Don't let the enemy take away your life, your opportunity, your purpose to serve the Father for the reason He created you to even be here. Reasons why we find ourselves wanting to give up is because we're looking in the wrong place for the answers. We're believing the lies from the enemy. The truth is in the Bible. We must study the Bible, the whole Bible, Genesis to Revelation, to learn the whole truth about what the Father says about us. When you read the first 5 books of the Bible even and study those word for word, you can't help but see, if you're looking with an open heart and open mind and praying to the Father to give you answers, He will show you how much He loves you. This is not the end of your story. There is hope. Don't give up. Keep treading water. This is not the end of your story. God bless you.